Back now on Triad Today, and I'm sitting next to one of my good friends, Jay Paul, our director. If we can see Sheila Jones, she's Director of Development, Mountain Valley Hospice and Palliative Care, located in many locations. I was going to say from up in Mount Airy, but you're all over northwest North Carolina and Southern Virginia.
Yes.
How many
7
offices?
locations and serving 16 counties.
Gosh, that's just tremendous, the work that you do. We're going to talk about a special kind of holiday ornament for your tree. No matter what faith you are of, it's going to be a beautiful little thing that you can hang around the house. We'll tell you about that in a second. But I want to start out by mentioning that this is November is National Hospice Month, and which you well know. Now, what exactly does that mean?
We use November as a time to help folks to get more familiar with hospice services and what hospice can do for their loved ones and the roles that hospice play in the community. So it's just a great time of year to get yourself educated, so that way when down the road if you need this type of service for your family, you'll already be informed.
You'll know, because look folks, the worst thing you can do is when and I've been through this, if you have a loved one who is in need of hospice services, who is near the end of life, you don't want to wait until it's too late. I mean, these folks can do great things for you and your family and the loved one who is ill, but they need time. They need to get in there and do what they're doing to help you. So she was right. I got wind of a couple of proclamations. I think one from North Carolina, one from Virginia, because as you said, you cross over the line there. What's the deal with these proclamations? What's that all about?
Well, what's actually taking place is that in the local municipalities, our agency in general is going around and doing proclamations at the different township meetings, county commissioner meetings, but it's also happening at the state level and at the national level, and the goal for that is to not only bring awareness to the community of what hospice is doing, but to help with those folks that are lobbying for what we need to take care of patients, such as Medicare,
right.
Things.
So it's not just some nice little sheet that somebody says you're doing a good job. It's really serving a purpose.
It's serving a purpose. It's making folks aware of what we do, so that way when it's time to lobby for this particular thing, this particular don't cut this or don't cut that, they're more informed as well. I
think that's great. What are a couple myths about hospice that people may think they know about, but they don't have it right?
One of the most #1 famous myths, as I say, is that folks think that hospice only takes care of patients who have cancer. That is totally not true. It's anyone who has a terminal illness with a life expectancy of 6 months or less.
Yeah, my dad passed away from COPD, and that was, a whole different thing. But you have to know, what the services are.
Another myth is that you have to be in the last few days or few weeks of life. No. We totally encourage, if you have found out your loved one or yourself has something going on, we want to take care of you for 6 months or more. We want to, there's a lot more we can do. A prime example is that thanks to a great donor, we had a family that went to a football game this last weekend. We want them to enjoy those things. We don't want you to be, we'll help you at any point of your disease.
It's a quality of life at the end of life. And I could spend 3 hours doing a testimonial. But before time runs out, Jay, our director, if we can, it's going to be hard to see this on camera, but Jay has an image from the internet of this beautiful Christmas ornament that I'm holding up. And I call it a Christmas ornament, but I really should say a holiday ornament, because it doesn't matter who you are, what faith you have or of. This is a neat little thing. You can buy it, and it's going to raise money for hospice, and you can put it anywhere. One of the things that we do with that, Jim, is that we like to, we offer that to folks that in the community to memorialize their loved one. There's a tag added to it, and the ornaments displayed on the Christmas trees in our local offices. And what it's doing is that the money also helps us, but it gives that family something that they can take home, because the holidays is a hard time when you've lost a loved one in that year. Exactly.
And we've had folks who collect them. They've been getting them every year. This is a crystal one that we've been doing now for several years. We just changed the image on it and do a different image, and they're dated. So they've sort of become a collector item.
They are collector's items, yeah.
So,
but this is now I must confess, this is the first one I've seen, though, and I just think it's great. How much time do we have, Richard? I want to see where we are. We've got a minute left. Oh, you know what I've never asked you before is, give me a 30-second answer to this. What led you into this kind of work? Because I never have asked you that. I
was sort of chosen. I actually lived 2 blocks from the office and needed a job, so I started doing patient care for hospice about 17 years ago.
And you got hooked.
I got hooked.
God, you're great at what you do. On screen is mtmvalleyhospice.org. That's the website. You can find out all sorts of things about the ornament and how you can buy that, and that helps donate, raise money, but more importantly, find out about the services so that you'll have them in case you need them.